Hi, I'm Tricia from Childéric Saddles. I just wanted to take a little bit of time to explain the difference between what I call a Warmblood panel, and I'll show you in a minute, a thoroughbred panel. What we need to do with the horse is have a look at their back and look at the shape of it. You can see it's a short back. We already know that this horse sends saddles forward. We've discussed that with the customer. So if I were to put this saddle on with the Warmblood panels, it looks not too bad, it's not moving around too much, but you can see it's not touching in the middle here because the panels are too long for this horse's back, which means that when we girth it up, it will be putting too much pressure here and not enough pressure in the middle. So whenever you put a saddle on, you should put your hand in and check that the saddle is touching the horse's back all the way through all the panels. And then you can also have a look through here and check that it's touching. Where in here there's big gaps on the inside. This is what I call a Warmblood panel. You can see it's much bigger. There's more here, and it's a much flatter through here. So this is a much better fit for a flat-backed horse, where they've already established their movement and their muscles, and so this distributes the pressure further around the back. This also makes the saddle longer, so it can cause a problem if you've got a horse that's short-backed. So it's just something that's really important that we look at. It's not just the seat, not just the width, not just the girth. The length of the panels and the shape of the panels is really important. So before I try a saddle on a horse, I have a look at their conformation and give myself an idea of what I think is going to work. It's not always the case. Quite often will be proved wrong. But as a general rule of thumb, with a horse with a back like this, you can see she's quite croup high at the moment. She's not very old. Her back's got a nice swish to swoop through. It's not dead flat. So we need to make sure that the saddle's going to sit on the horse level, but that the panels are going to touch all the way along here. So I'm going to choose, I call this a thoroughbred panel. And I know she's not a thoroughbred. And you can see it's sitting nice and level for her. The girth's in the right place. And we know with this horse that the saddle goes forward, so we will use a girth to help prevent that anyway. But this saddle is touching the same all the way through here. The pressure is the same, so we're not going to have to worry about the saddle going into that hole. It's just sitting really nicely, and when you put your hand in here, it's touching all the way through. So arguably you may say you would like to see it a little bit higher, but that's fine, but it's the balance. There's plenty of room for a good thick number with this one. I call this a thoroughbred panel. It's made for a back that curves up and away, would normally be used on a jump saddle, and we use them on dressage saddles as well if we have horses, young horses with weaker backs, and to make sure that the saddle is more usable to fit more horses. I'm Tricia Bracegirdle from Childéric UK. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon.